Hello YouTube. This is gonna be a repotting video for this phalaenopsis that I got at IKEA. Because let me show you why. Well, I've repotted all of my phals, and you can see there's leaf tip dieback on some of them. This one I got, and it was already doing that, so it's not really my fault. This one is the same as this one is the same as the other one. This one is my fault. It has huge leaves and it's producing a new leaf, but I was being bad this summer and I wasn't fertilizing and I kind of neglected them. So I had them all in these like pots like this. Let me bring it down to where it kind of had a small reservoir, but I couldn't really see, so that's why I kind of neglected them during the summertime with water, because I didn't want it to be too much. But I decided I'm just gonna do full semi-hydro so that they can get their roots down into the nutrient solution when they need it, when need be, and that way I'll start watering them more often and I can actually see what's going on more with the clear versus the green pots. Also too, I've put some slow release fertilizer in here too, not below the reservoir, just in the upper portion of the reservoir, so you know it's not constantly just leaching out in the media like if it was sitting in the bottom and where the water would be. But yeah, I did put some slow release in there just so that, you know, as like an insurance plan, I guess. Here's another one too. Unfortunately, well, fortunately my phals did really good this year as far as blooming, but then unfortunately I shortened their blooming by coming out here when this porch was open and spray painting some of the shelves. And the plants, that's when they really just decided that they did not want to cooperate no more. And this one too, this was really nice when I bought it, but just within like a week or two, we've been having such swings in temperatures here, especially because of this greenhouse. It heats up to like 100 degrees in here, even though it's 47 outside. But I'm pumping that air into the house, and this one was in the house, so that warm air, as you can see, kind of blasted the buds, so, or the blooms. The tip still looks viable, so that's good. But yeah, this is what I'll be repotting it into. These containers I got from IKEA also. Put 2 holes, they'll be hanging. So I decided to put some of the hydroton in the bottom. And then I'll use my mix that I normally kind of use. Actually not what I normally use. What I normally use is just small fir bark. But since I'm gonna be keeping them more kind of semi-hydro with the reservoir completely in the system here, in this type of system, I decided to go with a little bit coarser bark and inorganic material, whereas I had them in all organic, just straight small bark sitting in a saucer of water all the time, and they loved it. So this way I'm still gonna give myself a little bit of a how would you say, like insurance policy, where I'll let them be able to have a little bit more air in the mixture if need be. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna use. So let me just get to it. Let me get a chair real quick. Set you up here. I know I've been gone for a while. Sorry about that, guys, but life's busy. My plants kind of, I feel like, suffered a little bit. I've had some new additions since a few of my updates. Have some spikes coming on. I'll actually do another video once I'm done doing this repotting video. I just wanted to show this because I was actually talking to a lady at IKEA about orchids and kind of how I do stuff, and and I basically told her, I said, everyone's gonna have it a little bit different, and you're just trying to find how you can provide the needs of the plant that you want to grow in your environment, you know? I mean, that sounds so simple, but sometimes I guess we just forget that, hey, they like humidity, hey, they like this temperature or that temperature, you know. So basically that's why I'm kind of doing this video, just to show that in my environment where it basically doesn't really drop below, in this grow space below 70-ish, I can grow my phals basically sitting in water inside of like media, like bark media or whatever you want to call it, just because the temperatures, I feel, don't drop, so the orchid it stays pretty much active. The roots aren't that bad. Let me change the angle here. Roots aren't that bad on here. We actually have some kind of like growing tips. The media is bark with, I think it's cocoa coir. But yeah, so I guess I gotta start fertilizing a little bit better. Stop making excuses why I'm not. It really doesn't take too long. I just was being lazy, that's all. I hope this isn't too tedious or boring for some people. Picking the media out of an orchid's roots. The fun, the joy. But you know, I find myself like watching a lot of people. Some people only make like repotting videos, and I always find myself watching them anyways, even though I know how to repot an orchid, even though I've seen, you know, someone repot a cattleya a billion times. I always end up watching another person repot their cattleya or whatever orchid it is. So I guess we just like to watch that. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. This plant was sitting in a saucer of water just to kind of keep it hydrated and make the media a little bit easier to come off. I'm hearing minimal snapping, so that's good. I'm not going to get it perfectly clean because it's going to be going back into like a bark media, so take off the supports for the spikes. I'm going to give it a little shake. You know, by the look at these leaves, I believe it's some kind of like a Doritis. I think they're called Doritis. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It just sounds, that name just sounds kind of funny, like some kind of a hair problem or something. But I believe these are called like Doritises. It's a hybrid, I believe. And the other one that I have that's like this is actually doing really well too. It doesn't have any leaf tip dieback or nothing like that. So it was more of like the big leaf phals that I noticed a lot of the dieback on. These inner roots, I don't care. Sorry. Now I guess, you know, if you watch some people like the Orchid Whisperer, she would recommend cleaning these completely. A lot of people recommend spraying them with hydrogen peroxide. To me, I don't really fuss with it that much. Unless I see like a serious issue, like if there's actual mold or something, then I would say I'd fuss with it. But you know, I think for the most part, even if you had mold growing on your roots and you change the media, I feel like it will pretty much kind of remedy itself a little bit. I just feel kind of weird and precautious about spraying my orchid with hydrogen peroxide, because I've done it before and I just feel like them roots tend to fail. I see other people with success doing it, but for me, I just noticed failure. I mean, maybe on a phal like this, yeah, but I normally I've tried it on like oncidiums, and I don't think they like it. I mean, to me, if I spray hydrogen peroxide on my hands, my skin actually burns from it, and it's only the 3% solution. We don't get a stronger percent solution at our stores here, so I don't have to mix it. But my skin will actually turn white if I get peroxide on my fingers. So I think it does the same thing. It's damaging. It's killing that outer layer of cells, because it's attacking. It can't differentiate a good cell from a bad cell. You know, it's just made to sterilize that top layer. So as you know, I set the orchid down in here, and I'll just tease in some of this media. I hope I'm in frame because I'm not really looking to see where the camera's at. I use my phone. I actually started this video last week sometime, but I got interrupted in the middle of the video, and then it's just like I never could get back to it. So I just started from scratch all over again. It didn't make sense for me to go back and try and piece together some of the video. Luckily, I didn't start the repotting. It really is a shame to let the blooms blasted like that. But like I said, the spike is doing well. And hopefully too, everything will go good with this, and also because it's becoming oh, that's great, you can't see nothing, sorry. Because it's becoming wintertime here, or it's fall right now, but winter's on its way, and it kind of seems like this is my best growing season, because the temperature inside the greenhouse, or the balcony, enclosed balcony, stays a little more constant, because I'm actually heating it. So, you know, unless when the sun comes out like in the afternoon, then the temp goes up a little bit more to like the 80s, but it doesn't really reach the hundreds like it does in the summertime or the spring, especially in March. It's just like March time is like burn central here. Everything gets burnt up. So then I make these wire hooks. This one has 4 wires, and I'll just attach to the pot. Let me get you guys in a comfortable space again, so I can work. My But yeah, I make these wire hangers. I kind of got the idea from Wade on Wade's Orchids channel. He shows you how to straighten wire that comes in a spool with a drill. And then basically I just cut the lengths that I want. I double it over. And because this is 4 wires, I put the folded end into the drill bit end and then twist it like twist a few inches of it, and then the rest that's hanging below is basically what you're going to attach to your pot. So it's fairly easy. Fold them over. Unfortunately on this phal though, some of the leaves are cracked, but I think it'll be okay. I wouldn't say if I try to lift it that it would be supported, but I don't really need to pack it in there like that. It'll be fine, it just needs to rest. And once it feels that humidity and the heat from being in this area here, it will take off again. I think I want to clean up these blooms though. I'm just gonna pull them backwards and they'll come right off. I'll show you. Just pull it back like that. More. Well, this one's semi okay. We'll just leave that. We'll leave it on. But yeah, that's basically how I repot. I'm repotting my Phalaenopsis now. I'll give updates showing you their progress. I'm hoping, like I said, to start taking a little bit more better care of them again. I mean, I did excellent with them last winter, and they put on like tons of leaves and roots and stuff like. I mean, some of those phals that I did in the other pots, their roots were, I mean, the pots I took them out of 5-inch pots and they were completely filled with roots. There was hardly any bark left, and I don't know where the bark goes. It was that small fir bark that I used, but the pots were just so full of roots that the media was missing. So probably just falls over the edge of the pot. But yeah, that's it for the phal. I probably will make another little quick video with updates on spikes and blooms, or not just spikes because I don't have blooms right now. But I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.